All right. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Halayim Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'Hashem Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Honors and salutations to all sincere Akim throughout the four corners of this earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, truth, charity, and sound doctrine. And shalom to the Akwathium and the children who believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. My name is Micah Allah Bun Gad Bun Yashala. I'm with the Watchman Philadelphia camp. All right? And the reason why I'm sitting here doing this sit down, because yesterday I was out there, you know, basically prophesying to a brother that didn't know that he was an Israelite or whatever. And it's up the street from the so-called Comforters Church, which he's the uncomforter. So basically what happened in a nutshell, man, you know, I was cursing the dudes out and, you know, cutting them, man. The one guy, he had on skinny jeans, so they sent their security down to the store where I was at. And the guy got physical with me, man. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I was drinking a little bit, so I probably got a little more hype with my words, but still, I'm out there prophesying, all right? And, you know, he threw me to the ground, you know, put his knee in my back. He had my left hand the whole time. He was trying to get my right hand, but he couldn't get it. And I looked at that as being spiritual, man. You know, because them dudes work with Esau, with the power on the left hand side. You know, they not working with the power on the right hand side. You know, and basically he called the cops on me, said that I assaulted him. You know, which that was clearly a lie. But you had people out there, and then they pulled my shirt over my face. I felt like Eric Garner out there, man. Because I was telling him, yo, I can't breathe, get off me. He was a big dude, man. You know? But he couldn't get that right hand, man. You know? He couldn't get that right hand. And, you know, the Most High gonna deal with them dudes, man. The Most High gonna deal with them niggas, man. Because you put your hands on Lord's will, I'm a man of the Lord, man. You know, so that's like him doing it directly to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Then you called the cops and said that I assaulted you. Then you try to get a restraining order on me. How you doing all that? Why do you want a restraining order on me? And I'm not even in front of your fucking building, man. Y'all niggas came down the street to me, man. All right? But I'm going to hop right into these scriptures that I pulled up, man. And the first one is 2 Corinthians chapter 2. Salakia. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Okay? And it reads, it says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness, man? All right? So that's why basically I brought that out, you know, to say, like, you can't, just because a dude considers himself an Israelite or knows that he an Israelite, don't mean you're supposed to kick it with that nigga, man. Especially if he's not of sound doctrine, man. You know? Especially if he's not of sound doctrine. Because, hey, man, you got a lot of dudes out here that know that they Israelites. But what they do, they still go off, man. And they teach false doctrines. And basically, I'm going to read that again, man. Why? Because they unbelievers, man. It says, be ye not yoked, Salakia, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers. What fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness, man? So that's the reason why that nigga, he basically put his hands on me, man. Because I was telling the truth and he's in the darkness, man. And I was bringing a light to that darkness. And matter of fact, it was one of the security guards out there that was actually listening, man. You know, because my phone had dropped or whatever when the cops was out there after the nigga got up off me and all that. You know, he gave me my phone. You know, so For that dude, man, I pray that the Lord has mercy on that guy, man. You know? But for that nigga that rushed me and all that shit, man, the Lord going to deal with you, nigga. You know? You don't even know what you did to yourself, man. Just like Yahweh Shah said, man. He said, for they know not what they do, man. And he don't know what he was doing. Why? Because he's on that power of the left-hand side. And that's what 2/3 of our people work with, the power on the left-hand side. Why? Because they don't trust in Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Because them niggas still talking about Christ, man. All right? They still talking about Christ. So them niggas is just as worse as the Baptist church, man. You know? And that's and I was getting on them about that too, man. About teaching other men's wives. You know? The nigga, your security guard wearing skinny jeans. So they still communing with the world, man. All right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4. And it says, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Okay? So guess what, man? And because I'm going to go to verse 5 too. But with that, I'm going to read that one more time. It says, in whom the God of this world hath blinded. So guess what? The God of this world is Esau, man. All right? And guess who he blinded? Them niggas right there at the Comfy's church, man. And like I said, I'm going to get on them niggas till that church is destroyed, man, completely. You know? But they blinded by the God of this world. And another God of this world is what? Mammon. Mammon, what's that? That's that money, man. And that's what the Comforter took, the Uncomforter. And I told him, man, I said, man, fuck y'all leader, man. He's a fucking demon, man. You know? And they know it, man. But guess what? When a dude has money, and he'll pay a nigga off, man. That just like Judas, man. He took that band. What's that band, man? The band is that money, man. The band of man. The band of man is money, man. And that's what them niggas took, man. And then going to try to lead the people astray, man. Like the song from Capleton and Method Man, you know, Wings of the Morning. He said, lead the sheep astray and you must get punished, you know. So guess what, man? Comfy led the sheep astray. So guess what the Most High going to do? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. He going to punish that nigga, man. Verse 5, it says, for we preach not ourselves, but Hamashiach Yahushua, the Lord, and ourselves, your servants, for Yahushua's sake, man. All right, so we not going around like the Comfy. He calls himself the Comforter. Why? Because he's calling himself Yahushua, man. Which that's wicked in itself, man. And guess what? You're going to be put to death for that, nigga. Know that. You got a reward, man. You got a reward. And it's death. A horrible one, man. And your whole organization, man. If they don't you know, if they don't repent, man. And turn back to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. All right, this is Isaiah Isaiah chapter 8 and 13, and verse 13. All right, it says, sanctify Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua of hosts himself, and let him be your fear and be your dread, man. So guess what, man? First of all, they're not sanctifying Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Let's look up that word sanctify. You know? Oh, Salakia. I just messed up. Isaiah 8:13. And the word sanctify. Kodash. It's holy. All right. To consecrate, sanctify, prepare, dedicate, be hallowed, be holy, be sanctified, be separate, man. Okay, so it says sanctify Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua of hosts. So you're supposed to separate Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua from all things, man. All right, from all carnal things, man. It says, and let him be your fear and let him be your dread. And guess what? First of all, them niggas don't fear him and they don't dread him. Why? Because they took that money from Esau. So they fear Esau more than they fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Because that's going off altogether, man. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 14. It says, and he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And guess what, man? And that's the truth, man. Because there was an offense to them dudes, what I was saying, man. All right? I'm going to read that again. And he shall be for a sanctuary, but for a stumbling and for a rock of offense to both the houses of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. I'm going to look up that word gin, which is pach. Pach. Bird trap, trap, snare. Bird trap of calamities, plots, source or agent of calamity, man. All right, so that's bringing a lot of hell, man. You know? A gin, damn, that's like a trap to these niggas. Because they don't understand the truth, man. They don't understand the scriptures. And they be quick to tell you that you don't understand the scriptures. How the hell is you in the truth and you wearing goddamn skinny jeans, man? The fashion of this world passeth away, man. And how they say like you want your cake and eat it too. And it's the book of Psalms. I hate them niggas, man. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 69. And I'm starting at verse 32. All right. Okay, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 39, verse 32, man. Because we got to be humiliated. Now, man, when them niggas was doing that to me, man, I was humiliated. You know? Called the cops, tears all in my eyes and shit. But guess what? The Lord, he lifted up that standard for me to get out of that situation also. Not just that, man. He had the people around me cursing them dudes out too. And just some of them people I don't even know. Why? That's having faith. It's say, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And one thing you have to realize is that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua created all things, man. All right? He created all things. So if you know that, you know he controls all things, man. And you have to put your faith and know that, man. All right? This is Psalms chapter 69 and 32. It says, the humble shall see this and be glad, and your heart shall live that seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So your heart shall live that seek Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So you have to seek him, man. But the scriptures also says, to seek and ye shall find. So that heart is talking about is your mind. Your mind's going to live, man. Why? Because you're going to constantly be looking up information, you know, finding ways to cut these niggas that's going off, man. And you're going to stay in their ass, man. You know? Verse 33 says, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua heareth the poor and despiseth not his prisoners, man. Woo. Read that again, man. It says, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua heareth the poor and despiseth not his prisoners. So if you're a prisoner of the Most High, guess what? You are, matter of fact, let's look that word up, man. It's a Asha'ar. Asha'ar. It says prisoner, captive, bondman, man. All right, so we bondmen, we're captive, we're prisoners to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Why? Because we have to do his bidding, man. You know, when you was in the world, you was trying to do your own thing, man. You know, and if it was up to any of us, we probably wouldn't even be doing this on the truth like this, man. Because I never in a million years of my whole life thought that I would be a guy that's doing this, man. You know? So that's how you know I'm a prisoner to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because he woke me up and was like, yo, man, you ain't going nowhere. Like, he grabbed me, gripped me up, like, you going nowhere. You going to do this work. You know? And guess what? I love doing it, man. This is Proverbs, and it's an honor to do this work, man. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and 4. And guess what? You gotta man, you gotta take that as it is, as an honor, man. You know? This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 4. It says, by humility and the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua are riches and honor and life, man. I'm gonna read that again. By humility and the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua are riches, honor, and life, man. So when them niggas was doing all that shit to me yesterday, guess what that's for sure, man? I was humiliated, man. It says in the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because if I wasn't scared of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, I wouldn't even be telling them niggas they going off, man. And pointing out key points. You teaching other men's wives. You niggas getting shape-ups. And guess what? Them niggas probably still party. Like they in the world, man. You know? So that's being wicked. So they don't fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And guess what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to deal with them niggas. Because that's exactly what they are, man. Niggas. Probably in there sleeping with other men's wives and all that. Committing all type of adultery. Fornication. You know? Verse 5. Matter of fact, they turned the Lord's house into a den of thieves. That's them niggas. Any nigga that's like them, man. So lucky, man, I get a little hype, man, when I think about certain things, man. And that's how you should be, man. That's how you should be. Let that fire burn, man. All right? It says, thorns and snares are in the way of the forward. He that doth keep his soul shall be far from them, man. So them thorns and snares is them traps and all that. And them niggas, guess what? They in the way of the forward. Who's the forward? Let's look at the forward. I believe that's prideful too, man. Ill. Akwasha, which is twisted, distorted, crooked, perverse, perverted, man. And guess what them niggas is at that church, man? And the 2/3 niggas, man. They are 2/3. You know? It says twisted. What they do, they twist the doctrine, man. Okay? They distorted. They're crooked, they're perverse, and they're perverted, man. And you think Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is dealing with niggas like that? All they did was, all Esau did, because they know that the truth is out here. So they like, damn, these niggas waking up, they know that they Israelites. How we going to keep them in that church state of mind? Oh, well, let's pay off the Israelites to keep a church and tell them that they Israelites, but still call them Christ. Call them Jesus. We going to tell them don't teach the name. And the women are the weaker vessel anyway, so they're going to follow after a dumbass nigga, man. Man, it's the book of Matthew. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 11, starting at verse 28. All right? Now, Ah, I love this right here, man. This Yahweh Shai speaking, man. And every time I read the red letters, man, it's like it's talking to my soul, man. You know, it's talking to my spirit. It's Yahweh Shai speaking. All right. It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest, man. So let's look up that word laden. I ain't even going to try to jack it up. Phorizo, I believe. In the Greek, it says to place a burden upon, to load. Metaphorically, to load one with a burden of rights and unwarranted precepts. So guess what? We're heavy laden in this truth, man. We heavy laden in this truth, but that's a light affliction, man. All right? Because look at what Yahweh Shai had to go through, man. Look at what John the Baptist had to go through, man. Look what Abraham had to go through. All right? Look what the men had to go through, man. Their faith had to be tested. John the Baptist, ultimately, you got your damn head chopped off. All right? Yahweh Shai, you got put to death. And not like Apostle Paul. All the ancient prophets, man, they were either jailed and put to death, man. So it's nothing new under the sun. And this truth is real, man. It's deep, man. Okay? Verse 29 says, take my yoke upon you. Damn. Take my yoke upon you, man. So that's what we supposed to be doing, man. Sometimes you might get roughed up like I did. You might not. It all depends on how Yahweh Bashim Shai is dealing with you, man. How he working with you. You know, but you best believe we're going to get tested, man. All right? And watch, we in a time of Jacob's trouble right now, the beginning. All right? And it's only going to get worse and worse and worse until Yahweh Bashim Shai come back and deliver us out of this place, man. All right, so look, it says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Learn of me. Learn of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light, man. All right, so let's look up that word yoke. All right, it says a yoke. A yoke that is put on drought cattle, metaphorically used of any burden or bondage, as that of slavery, which we were in slavery, we still are, all right, of troublesome laws imposed on one. So what are the laws here in America? They're basically put together for us, man, to oppress us more, man. So that's a troublesome law, all right? That's a troublesome law, man. It says on one, especially, well, this says of the Mosaic law. Hence the name is so transferred to the commandments of Hamashiach as to contrast them with the commands of the Pharisees, which were a veritable yoke. Yet even Hamashiach's commands must be submitted to though easier to be kept. All right, now watch this verse. Verse. The second definition says a balanced pair of scales, man. All right, so it's a balance, man. So we going to catch hell. You know, we going to catch hell, man. That's all a part of this truth, man. You know, I ain't even want to be this on. I'm 24 minutes in right now. I'm about to end it on this, man. Okay, this is 1 John. Chapter 2, verse 15, man. And that's for these niggas that's loving this world, man. All right? Because that's what the Comfy's church is doing. That's what Nate's church is doing. That's what all these other Israelite camps are doing that's not going by the word. And plus, they up in buildings, man. So they don't have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They scared, man. And then sometime the Israelites will go out there and teach, you know, once in a blue fucking moon, man. Anyway, this is 1 John chapter 2 and 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right, so the love of the Father is not in the comfy and none of them other Israelite groups. The love of the Father is in the apostles and elders of GMS, man. All right? And other camps that follow that Yahweh Shai's doctrine. Let me say Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. You can't mention the Son without the Father and the Father without the Son. All right? It says, that's why we say Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Now this is verse 16 says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of this world, man. Oh, man. See, and that's what I was talking about, that nigga that had on the skinny jeans and all that. And they real prideful. All right, it says, in the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the Most High, abideth forever, man. All right? So if you do the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you're going to abide forever, man. And with that, man, I hope that this lesson was edifying. I hope it made sense to Akim, man. I hope that the precepts that I picked were on point. But I believe through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, those were the correct scriptures to bring out for this lesson. And just stay strong, Akim. We almost home. This place is almost done, man. Well, this place is done, but you know, we gotta have patience. Like I was talking to a brother online today, and I told him, I'm like, man, I said I'm like 50 Cent. I said I'm patiently waiting for Edomite to roll on. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, pursuing the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16, the second half of that. You know, where it talks about the hunting, man. It's hunting season coming, man. You know. How long is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai going to talk to y'all niggas, man? And you don't take heed. All right? Like I said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope you get something out of it for the Akim that this lesson is meant for. And until the next lesson, to the next lesson, Akim, Shalom.